ClickFunnels gives you unlimited funnels on every single plan. So here's the thing nobody tells you. The number of funnels is the one thing that never decides which plan you actually need. I'm Theo. I run paid acquisition and funnel plumbing for a living, and I've rebuilt a lot of these checkout to CRM flows without ever touching an engineer. This is the all-in-one builder for direct response businesses. Your pages, your cart, your upsells, even your courses, all living on one canvas instead of scattered across a stack of separate apps. Over the next 10 minutes, I'll show you what it genuinely does well, what it really feels like to build in on day one, and which plan fits which kind of business. Because the answer is different for a solo creator than it is for an agency. And I'll be straight about where it falls short. The course tool that isn't really a course platform, the 4.9% fee hiding in a footnote on the cheapest plan, and the contact ceiling nobody warns you about until you slam right into it. 3 real strengths, 3 real catches. Let's pop the hood. Start with the thing this whole product is built around, the funnel canvas. Every step in your money path is a node sitting on one screen. The opt-in page where someone hands over their email, then the thank you page, wired straight to it as the next step. Watch how the steps connect, left to right. You're seeing the entire flow at a single glance. Where traffic lands, where it goes next, where the cart fires, what happens if someone buys, and what happens if they don't. Most stacks bolt a page tool onto a form tool onto a separate email tool, and the whole thing quietly breaks the day one of those stops talking to the others. Here it is, one connected graph. Nothing to stitch together by hand, and nothing to silently fall apart on you at 2 in the morning. And that right there is the entire pitch in one picture. Your full money path living on a single canvas instead of glued together across 5 different tools. That one thing alone is why people pay for this. The second real strength is the cart, and this is exactly where it pulls ahead of the cheaper all-in-one tools. You set up a product and right away you choose how it charges. You can charge once, you can run a recurring subscription, or you can split the price into a payment plan, all built in. And the upsells, the downsells, the order bumps, those aren't some plugin you bolt on 3 months later. They're real steps you drop right onto the canvas like any other node. A tripwire offer up front, a one-click upsell the moment after the sale, a downsell waiting if they say no. It is all native, all wired into the same checkout. If you're running direct response offers, that cart depth is the whole reason to be here. Picture all of that stacked up. One-click upsells, downsells, order bumps, subscription saves. Every single one of them built right in. You'd be paying for 3 separate tools to pull that off anywhere else. The third strength genuinely surprised me, and it's the speed to your very first funnel. You tell it what you're building. A simple squeeze page to collect emails, a webinar funnel, a full application flow. You pick the shape. The wizard reads that and drafts the whole thing for you. The pages, the copy, the structure, all roughed in. You are not sitting in front of a blank canvas at midnight wondering where to even begin. And that blank page moment is exactly what kills most people on day one, before they have built anything at all. This just deletes it. So that's the 3 big wins. One connected canvas, a deep native cart, and a real shortcut straight past the cold start. Now, where it actually breaks down. The first soft spot is the course side. It bundles courses and a community onto the same login, which sounds fantastic on paper. But this is a place to host a course, not a real platform for teaching one. There are no graded quizzes, no cohort scheduling, no threaded discussions sitting under each lesson. So if your actual product is a serious cohort course that people pay real money for, you will feel that gap inside the first week, and your students will feel it too. The 2-tool move is the easy answer here. You run the funnel and the cart in this, and you deliver the actual course in a platform built for teaching. That split pays for itself by your second cohort, and you stop fighting the tool to do something it was never built to do. And none of these are deal breakers, by the way. They're things to know going in, not reasons to walk away. The second catch is a money thing, and it is quiet. Most people miss it entirely until the statement lands. On the cheapest plan, there is a 4.9% transaction fee, and that sits on top of your normal Stripe or PayPal cut, so you're paying twice to take a payment. That fee comes straight off your earnings, right here, before the money ever reaches your account, and the whole thing lives buried in a footnote. On a funnel doing 30 grand a year, that is roughly $1,400, just quietly gone. Here is the honest fix. The moment your funnel clears around 20 grand a year, you move up to the scale plan, where that fee structure changes. You earn the upgrade back almost immediately, and then it stops bleeding you on every single sale. And that leads straight into the one that really catches people off guard. The real ceiling on these plans was never the funnels at all. It's your contacts. Funnels are unlimited. Contacts are very much not. Here is the catch most people walk straight into. A contact is not a customer. It is anyone who has ever touched one of your forms, even once, and they all pile up in this list. Every lead lands in here and counts against your cap. The cheapest plan caps you at 10,000 of them. Run a free webinar funnel with even a little paid traffic behind it, and you will hit that ceiling in 6 to 9 months, long before the revenue actually justifies a bigger plan. So what you do is watch this contacts number, not your funnel count, and you budget the scale move into your launch plan up front, so it is a decision you made on purpose instead of a wall you smacked into by surprise. Manageable. But you have to know it going in. Let me actually build a lead funnel from zero so you can see exactly what day one feels like in your hands. The very first thing it asks you is your goal. I'll pick collect leads because that's the funnel we're building. If you were selling a product instead, you'd choose that one, and it would line up a completely different starting template for you. So it is steering you toward the right shape before you have touched a single setting or stared at one empty page. You tell it what you are trying to do, and it lines the pieces up for you. No blank canvas, no guessing where to start. A couple of minutes later, this is what it handed back to me. A finished opt-in page drafted, styled, and ready to edit, with the email capture already wired into the flow behind it. From right here, you are just tweaking. You swap the headline, you fix the button color, you drop in your actual offer and your own words. The skeleton is already done, and that is the real payoff. The thing you would normally burn a whole afternoon building from a blank screen is sitting finished in front of you, and you are editing it instead of starting it. That gap between starting and editing is the whole reason the speed matters. So how long does all of that actually take? A first funnel, start to a live page you could send traffic to, ran me about 15 minutes. The AI draft itself, maybe 3 of those. The real learning curve here is not getting started. It is the editor. It's a builder, not a true design tool. If you want pixel perfect, custom everything pages where every margin is exact, you will fight it a little, and a trained designer will fight it a lot. lot. But for most people who just need a clean, working funnel that loads fast and converts, it is honestly far more than enough to get the job done. If you have already decided to give this a real look, the link is down in the description. It is stackinspectors.com/ClickFunnels. It drops you straight into 14 days free, so you can build an actual funnel with your own offer before you pay a single cent. The card does go on up front, and it bills on day 15 if you stay, so set yourself a reminder either way and go in eyes open. Honestly, the best way to decide is to go build the opt-in we just walked through and feel how it sits in your hands for an afternoon. Then come back here because the pricing call is where this whole decision gets interesting. Quick read on the plans, decision shortcut style, so you can find yourself fast. The launch plan is fine if you are truly solo, running one funnel, just getting the thing off the ground. Scale is where most people building funnels actually land. It is the plan that unlocks real client workspaces and a far bigger contact ceiling, and it is where that transaction fee eases off. The optimized plan is only worth it once you are past 75,000 contacts or genuinely juggling a whole stack of separate client workspaces. And dominate is enterprise onboarding territory. Skip it entirely unless you are operating at a size where you already know who you are. Now, where this is genuinely not the answer for you. If every dollar a month is still a real decision, System.io runs a free tier with unlimited contacts, and that is a far softer landing for a first funnel. The trade you make is cart depth, because this one is a lot denser there. If your whole business is the course itself, graded quizzes, real cohorts, actual structured teaching, then Kajabi flat out owns that lane, and it charges no transaction fee sitting on top of your sales. And if you are an agency running 10 or more clients who needs to white label the platform and resell it under your own brand, Go High Level hands you unlimited sub-accounts where this one caps you at 5 workspaces. Different businesses, different tools. None of these is worse than the others. They just live in different lanes, and the honest move is matching the lane to the business you actually run. So who is this actually built for? Here is the tell. Fit decides this, not price. Most people building funnels at any real scale land on the exact same plan, and that is scale. It is the workspace tier, and it is the point where the math finally stops fighting you on contacts and on that fee. There is one real exception worth calling out. If you are genuinely solo with a single funnel under 10,000 contacts, the launch plan is fine to start on. Just plan the jump before you hit that cap, not after. And if your entire business is a course, you are honestly in a different category altogether, and you saw which one. The full breakdown is right there on screen. So go spin up your first funnel free for 2 weeks and decide with your own 2 hands. The link is right down in the description. stackinspectors.com/ClickFunnels. The card goes on up front, and you can cancel anytime before day 15 if it turns out it's not for you. Build the opt-in, point a little traffic at it, and watch it actually work end to end. That is the real test, and it beats any review you'll ever watch, including this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.